Good evening and welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, President Buhari and Vice President Osinbajo sworn in for a second term in office during a ceremony at the Eagle Square in the nation's capital, Abuja. 29 first-time and returning state governors take oath of office in their various states at ceremonies marked with pomp and pageantry. We continue our assessment of President Buhari's past 4 years and the challenges before him in his second term. True federalism comes under focus today. And U.S. Special Counsel Robert Mueller breaks silence on the Russia inquiry, says charging President Donald Trump with a crime was not an option.
On business news tonight, Helcom's giant MTN set to pay 55 billion naira final balance of SIM registration fine to the federal government on Friday this week.
On sports news tonight, Chelsea FC beat Arsenal Football Club to win the UEFA Europa League at the Baku Olympic Stadium in Azerbaijan.
And from Abuja, some Nigerians in South Africa list their demands from President Buhari as his administration's second term kicks off.
President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo are officially back on the saddle after being sworn in for a second term in office. In a ceremony that lasted 90 minutes, the president and his vice took their oath of allegiance as administered by the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Muhammad. There was, however, no inauguration speech by the president following the federal government's decision to make it a low-key event. Our correspondent, Terry Ikumi, has the report.
Once every 4 years, the Eagle Square in Abuja comes alive for the inauguration of a new administration. It is often a colorful one. This year's inauguration is nothing short of that. Although the federal government had earlier informed Nigerians that it would be a low-key event. The reason, according to the federal government, is that a bigger celebration has been scheduled for the 12th of June, which is now being recognized as the New Democracy Day. The Eagle Square in the Federal Capital Territory, venue of the inauguration, is glowing with beautiful colors from guests and security agencies, all ceremonially dressed. Invited guests are seated, awaiting the arrival of President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who are to be sworn in for a second term in office. But notably absent are some past heads of state.
Expecting the arrival of His Excellency the Vice President.
First to arrive is Vice President Yemi Osinbajo.
They've just been received by the Commander Guard Brigade, Mrs. Dolapo Osinbajo.
The Vice President, Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria all line up to receive the President. Also lined up are the Service Chiefs and the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress. At exactly 10:04 a.m., the motorcade of President Muhammadu Buhari arrives the Eagle Square.
His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Order.
Handshakes are exchanged and President Buhari moves to receive the salute of the Guards Brigade.
May we all please rise wherever you are sitting.
After the Christian and Muslim prayers, the Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria makes his way to the podium to carry out his duty of administering the oath of office. First to be sworn in is Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. He is accompanied to the podium by his wife.
That I will abide
by the code of conduct contained in the 5th schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Then it's the turn of President Muhammadu Buhari, also accompanied by his wife. He goes through a process he's all too familiar with, considering that exactly 4 years ago, he was on this podium for the same reason.
And that I will preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Next is the ceremonial lowering and hoisting of the national and defense flags. The old flags are taken down and handed over to President Muhammadu Buhari by the commander of the Guards Brigade, who in turn receives new flags for hoisting. This action signifies the commencement of a new dispensation. It is immediately followed by a 21-gun salute. The first task for the newly sworn-in president is inspection of officers and guards on parade. And just like that, the ceremony is over. Unlike past inaugurations, the president did not make an inaugural speech today. That speech is expected to be delivered on the 12th of June. Which is now being recognized as the New Democracy Day. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, elected governors across northern parts of the country were also sworn in today in their various states. 11 new governors were sworn in, while 7 were returned for a second term in office. In this report, we bring you inauguration ceremonies in some of the states.
The swearing-in of 11 new governors and 7 others who are taking their oath of office for the second time took place across northern Nigeria. In Kaduna and Katsina State, the governors along with their deputies were sworn in at a ceremony witnessed by a crowd of supporters, friends and party members. Governor Nasir El-Rufai admits that the challenges confronting the state are numerous and enormous, while his counterpart from Katsina assures residents of the state of improved security and development.
It is time to put politics aside and work together in the urgent task of improving the lives of all our people and keeping them safe.
It is our belief that more needs to be done. We shall not relent in our determination to continue to improve the successes of the past.
In Kano State, thousands of residents stormed the Sani Abacha Stadium to witness the swearing-in ceremony of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje and his deputy Nasir Gawuna, just as Governor Abubakar Bello of Niger State takes another oath of office for a second term.
We have a clear vision of what we want Bulan to do in the next 4 years. It is to enthrone a legacy of prosperity for all.
We will work diligently to enhance the security of lives and property, strengthen institutions of law and order, and provide a level playing field for every Nigerite to harness his God-given talents.
And in Bauchi State, there was excitement as people gathered to see the state governor, Bala Mohammed, takes his oath of office. He promises to put the state on a better pedestal.
There is no better way to thank you than to reiterate my resolve under God's guidance to provide leadership that will restore your confidence in government.
As the governor of Gombe State,
3 first-time governors who took their oath of office include Muhammad Yahya of Gombe State, Ahmadu Fintri of Adamawa State, and Professor Babagana Zulum of Borno State. Governor Yahaya in his inaugural speech says his administration will focus on human infrastructure development, just as his counterpart from Adamawa State assures the people of the state that he will not disappoint them. Professor Zulum, on his part, declares his intention to make security a priority.
We shall pursue inclusive and transparent policies that will guarantee equal opportunities for all.
Without losing the word, security of life and property remains the most fundamental thing we require in our lives today.
In Plateau and Nasarawa State, Governor Simon Lalong renewed his oath of office, while Governor Abdullahi Sule took his oath of office in Lafia.
Do solemnly swear.
Governors of Benue, Kwara, Taraba, Jigawa, and Sokoto State also took their oath of office.
And in the northwestern state of Zamfara, it all culminated today at the Trade Fair Complex in Gusau, the state capital, where the 49-year-old PDP candidate Bello Matawale was sworn in as governor. Just a few days ago, Mr. Matawale was declared winner of the state's governorship election by the Supreme Court, which nullified the election of all APC candidates in the state. The governor is now asking for collaboration from all state actors to actualize his mandate. Meanwhile, 11 governors across the southern region of Nigeria have taken oath of office to lead their states for the next 4 years. Returning and newly inaugurated governors in their state capitals swore to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and promised to provide better quality of life for their people. Our correspondent, Jeffrey Uzono, has the roundup.
Across 29 states of the Federation, governors are sworn in as chief executives of their states, ushering in a 4-year mandate of leadership to oversee their commonwealth. From the southern region of Nigeria, 6 states did not hold the inauguration, leaving 11 to witness the ceremony in their state capitals.
I, Abajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, do solemnly swear.
The southwestern states of Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo all see first-time governors taking their oath of office with a pledge to uphold the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the good of their citizens.
Today, I stand before you as your governor, but also as your friend, your brother, your neighbor, and your servant. I stand here to ask that you join me to script and fashion this great Lagos with creativity of our minds.
The returning governors of Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Delta, and Cross River states were also inaugurated for a second term of 4 years to oversee the affairs of their states.
He is the friend of the people.
Our task is therefore not yet done. Neither is our mission in governance accomplished until we fully and comprehensively deliver on the vision of our founding fathers and the promise of statehood by building a state.
For the southeastern state, it was a mixture of returning and new governors in Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, and Imo. With expectations and crowd of supporters in attendance at their various state capitals, the governors swore to uphold the tenets of the Constitution with a view of a better life for their people.
Are not embarked on any way to those who have not positions of authority was prepared to render account of that stewardship to the faithful because our result to know their face with the fire of probity and accountability is higher class.
The inaugurations are over. Citizens are now curious to see how well these governors will pilot the affairs of their various states, with the hope that things will turn for the better, from infrastructure, the economy, security, to every other critical sector that impacts directly on all Nigerians. Jeffrey Uzongo, Channels Television News.
In part 2 after the break, our focus on Buhari's second tenure tonight shifts to the issue of true federalism. We have the Vice Chancellor of Bayes University, Professor Dihir Maman, to discuss this. Please stay with us.